Barely a week after the KCSE results were released, there has been claims of discrimination during the marking process and now in the Form 1 selection process between the private and the public schools. This is after public schools outshined private schools in the just concluded 2020 KCSE exams. However, the claims now seeing the Ministry of Education hitting back by defending its position.
I want to issue a very strong warning shot. There is too much of nonsense. Everybody wants every child to go to 3 or 4 schools. Stop that nonsense. You are actually wasting our time.
While inspecting the final KCSE exams for the art and craft at the Nairobi school, Education Cs George Magoha says the discrimination claims have now seen a section of parents bribe their way to have their learners fit in some of the national schools in the country.
But there are already people collecting money. A good example is a gentleman who collected 315,000 odd, promising a child that I will take you to Alliance High School. How are you going to take the child there? So all the people in the education sector have to be extremely careful. That even if it is your friend giving you a name, let it not be let Mr. Kinoti not come and follow you. We want a system that will pick the best brains from Kiandutu slums in Thika and take them to Alliance Girls High School. They don't need to and they don't have to have come from a private school or from Professor Magoha's family. That will not be allowed to happen.
Further to that, the Education Board has defended the integrity of the Kenya Certificate of Secondary Education examination, saying his ministry has effectively dealt with the loopholes that had previously been exploited by cheats to compromise the national. Meanwhile, 27 officials were relieved of their various duties as center managers, supervisors or invigilators over exam malpractices, and TSC is expected to examine the offences for action.
Basically just 2 things. Sometimes failing to frisk properly, sometimes, most of the times, confusing the askari and opening the paper and taking a shot and sending to telegram or through other means. And we are able to pick at what time. We'll be presenting a list of teachers believed to be behind some of these examination offences to the Teacher Service Commission for immediate action.
A total of 752,891 candidates have sat for the 4-week exam and are await their results come early May next month.
10 days from now, the Ministry of Education is set to giving out a directive on the school calendar amidst the extended lockdown directive in 5 counties in the country. However, the ministry still remains hopeful of the resumption of learning activities come next month. Milo Kisenya for Ebro TV.